Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Eric. Eric is from Miami, but he lives in New York City. So let's see what Eric has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello.
Hey William, how are you?
Hello Eric, I'm very well. How are you doing today?
I'm good, great to meet you.
You too, thanks so much. Thanks for taking the time for the interview. Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for thinking of me. Not something I was expecting.
I like your wall actually. You have two sculptures, two men climbing the wall, I think. Oh,
Yes.
three.
Yes, I do.
Amazing.
Kind of
wow.
like inspiring, but also sometimes on a bad day I feel like doing that. But
That's amazing.
yeah, it's supposed to be inspiring and challenging.
Amazing. I like it. The first thing got my attention. I was like, wow, you got some people climbing.
Yeah.
Eric, before we start the game, tell me where you're from.
I live in New York in the United States.
Right. And what's the best part of living in New York?
The best part of living in New York. There's always something to do.
And you grew up there, you've been raised there as well or not?
I actually grew up in Miami, Florida, and I lived in Miami until I was about 20. Now I'm 33, so I've been in New York almost a lucky 13 years.
Oh, wow. Very good. And what do you do for a living?
Well, during the day, I'm on the production team for award shows at MTV. Those are like the Video Music Awards, the MTV Movie Awards, even the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
Wow.
But then at night, I produce parties inside of clubs. These are LGBTQ parties, mostly for gay men, but for anybody under the umbrella to come out and have fun.
I see. And what's the best part of being a producer at a gay night party?
It's seeing everybody really have fun on the dance floor and seeing the connections that you can help curate. That's the best thing.
Very good. I'm sure there's a lot of energy going on.
Absolutely.
Eric, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here a full of random questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question, okay? Let's do it.
In the nightclub.
Yes. Eric, just before we start the game, so through the journey, if there is a question that you don't want to answer for some reason, you don't want to talk about, always can change, okay? It's all very friendly.
Got it.
First question for you is, what is your favorite place in the entire world and why?
Okay. I absolutely love going to Orlando, Florida, because I love theme parks, and Orlando is the theme park capital of the world. There's Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld. I'm actually just planning a trip to go in 2 weeks. It's a place that, for a lot of people, theme parks may be stressful because there's so much to do and so much to organize. But for me, it's actually stress relieving. And, something that you'll learn about me is that I've been sober for 1 year from all kinds of alcohol and substances. Going to theme parks, it puts me in an immersive experience without needing to take anything, So they're very special to me.
I was working for Disney Cruise Line, for Disney Dream on their ship.
No way.
Yes,
that's great. I've always wanted to go on one, but I need a child. So I'm trying to see if I can borrow one of my nephews or nieces and go on it.
Yes, 4 years ago. And I had the opportunity to see all the parks, so the Hollywood Studios, the main one, all of the parks. I got to see all of them for free. And the most important interesting thing is I saw behind the scene, everything what happened for the magical. Oh my God, I never thought in my life one day I would work for Disney anyway, but just to have the opportunity to see behind the scenes, you have no idea how much is the work to make the magic happen afterwards. You know what I mean? It's just so beautiful. And it was a good opportunity for sure.
That's amazing.
Next question. Right, so before the next question, tell me a little bit about your job in MTV.
Sure. So I've been with the company also about 10 years. I started around the time I moved to New York. And I started off as an intern there. Actually, one of my first jobs was as part of, Logo, the channel Logo, where they have RuPaul's Drag Race as part of MTV. So one of my first jobs was actually waxing the runway for that.
Wow.
Yeah. But, fast forward 10 years, I'm now the manager of the finances for all of the award shows. So, my educational background is in finance. So my job at MTV is making sure all the artists get paid, all the third-party companies that we work with get paid, make sure all the accounting is organized and correct. It's absolutely wonderful and fulfilling. If I was doing this numbers stuff anywhere else, I'd probably be really bored. But I'm lucky to really love what I do.
And you get to see all those main shows and happen the awards and all of them?
Yeah, I've been lucky to be able to go to the VMAs. We see a lot of celebrities, see a lot of performances. Even just in our offices, every once in a while, you can see someone famous walk by or go up the escalator with you. It's really fun.
Very good. Next question for you is, describe yourself in 3 words.
Okay. I'm pretty introverted, but at the same time, I'm fun. And I think I'm good with connecting things. Yes.
Good. And a negative one, what that would be? A negative one.
Overthinker.
Welcome to the club. Next one, let's do it. Next question, Eric from New York City. What's the most beautiful thing someone has ever said to you?
I feel, okay, when I was in middle school, a friend told me, "You're the most beautiful creature I have ever laid my eyes upon." I don't know where they got that from, but I thought it was so cute.
Oh, that's sweet. And it was so special that you still remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Next one. Eric, before the next one, tell me about your producing career. Tell me what's the best part of putting out those gay parties, and what's the most challenging part?
So I'm big with music. I love music. So one of the best parts is putting together complementary DJs and music styles together in one night. Because you don't want to have just one type of music for the entire party. Some people may not like that DJ or that style. So you want to find a good corresponding DJ. So that's one of the funnest things to do, and something that luckily comes naturally to me, comes natural to me. And what was the other question?
What's the most challenging part of putting all the shows together?
Oh, the most challenging part. Most challenging part. I think it's sometimes working with a new venue, a new club, and getting to know the way they do business, getting to know the management. It's always working with, sometimes in my job, sometimes it's working with a new team of people all the time. Clubs go bankrupt and then there's new management in 6 months. So I think that's one of the most challenging parts.
I see. Next question for you is, what makes you the happiest?
What makes me the happiest, I think, is knowing that I'm making other people happy. So that's, I get that satisfaction from the club nights when I'm overlooking the dance floor and I see everybody having fun, but also at MTV when I'm, either in the audience or backstage and I see an arena full of people having, a blast. So.
Imagine the energy. My God, must be amazing for sure. Next one. Eric, next question for you is, what does success mean to you?
Success means feeling really confident in what I'm doing. I mentioned I'm an overthinker. I think I probably care too much about what other people think. That might be my Achilles heel. But success to me means, I think, knowing that I'm doing a great job, because then I won't be second guessing myself anymore.
And I think success is a very personal feeling. You know what I mean? Sometimes success can mean different meaning for anybody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, it's very personal. Very good. Next question. Before the next one, Eric, as you mentioned that you've been 1 year sober, tell me a little bit about your journey so far, and if you're okay to talk about, and what was the most positive thing you took out of this journey so far?
Sure. Well, I've been involved in the New York City and Miami party scene all of my adult life. And it's been a fun time. And substances, maybe they had, including alcohol, maybe they had their place. They did have their place. They, it was fun for a while. It helped me loosen up, helped me dance. But, and I don't know if this happens to everyone or just, some people like me, but it got out of hand. And it started to become more debilitating than conducive. So I realized, I didn't have a major incident. I didn't fall off the wagon per se, but I did notice things in myself that I was not happy with. And I realized I had to stop before it actually really impacted my life. Luckily it never impacted work. It didn't impact my family, but I feel like I stopped it right before that happened. And I think the biggest positive thing that has come out of this whole experience is learning to live in the present. With nightlife, you're kind of always wondering, what's the hot new place to go? Who's the hot new person to meet? Or what's the hot new thing to put in my body, in terms of substances. And being sober has taught me to live in the present, live in the now, appreciate what you have. And that has drastically reduced my anxiety.
See, good point. Next question is, what is the most romantic thing someone has ever done for you?
Well, they haven't been that good at being romantic with me in the past. So I'm gonna actually say maybe what's the most romantic thing that I've done for someone else. So I was dating someone for about a year who had always wanted to go to Australia. It was his dream. And, I had accumulated enough miles to take myself to China, because my dream was to go to the grand opening of a Disney theme park. At that time, it was Shanghai Disneyland that was opening. So here I was thinking my boyfriend at the time, he dreams of going to Australia. I want to use my miles and points to China. What do? Well, I decided to make his dreams come true, put mine on the side, and take him to Australia. Luck would have it that the points trip that I bought to go to Australia was on a Chinese airline that was headquartered in Shanghai, that stopped there on the same exact weekend as the grand opening of Disneyland. This was crazy. And it's such an interesting story that some newspaper actually picked it up, and I can send it. I have to find it, but if I find it, I can send it to you. It's just a crazy coincidence. So that was I meant to do something special for someone, and somehow the universe kind of treated me well as well.
I'll tell you something, I got goosebumps now. You're saying that. I think the universe was testing you. Okay, he got this prize in his hand. Let's see if he's able to, to do somebody else, and everything worked together in the end. I just love this story. Oh my God, wow. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Good for you, Eric. Very good.
Thank you.
Next one. Being a gay guy, did you always have the support of your family?
No, unfortunately, no. I come from a very religious household, so my parents didn't really know how to deal with it. luckily it never turned negative. We simply didn't talk about it. So I'm so grateful that it never really turned bad, you know. But you know, that's just the way it's gone. And I'm very fortunate that today they are supportive and we do talk about it. You know, with time and the way, you know, things have changed, things are good now.
Very good. Next one is, what's your favorite TV show?
Okay, I used to really love the show Rocko's Modern Life on Nickelodeon.
Right.
It was an animated show. It was very quirky, very random, very fun. If I were trying to think of any shows right now that I really like, so ironically, for someone who works in TV, I don't watch much TV. But recently I've been watching the Sex and the City sequel, and
Okay.
Just Like This. So I've been enjoying that one.
Cool. Next question. Eric from New York City. Next question for you is, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
I feel like this is a tough one. You know, okay, so I have a couple people that I consider best friends. Two of them live in Miami. A couple of them live here in New York. So one of them, David, he really likes luxury items, like buying expensive bracelets, accessories, and things. And for me, I'm the complete opposite of that. While he's out spending $1,000 on a bracelet or sunglasses, I go on Amazon and buy 100-pack of $1 sunglasses because I know I'm going to lose them or break them. I think that's one of the biggest differences between us.
Very good. Good one. Next question. Before the next one, tell me, what is in your opinion, what has been the biggest MVMA that you've watched so far? And which one is the best performance, would be in your opinion?
I think the best performance that I've been able to see live was from Lil Nas X this past year at the VMAs. That performance is going to be part of queer history.
Right.
He had, like, you know, a bunch of LGBTQ dancers. They're not only just, you know, queer, but people of color. I mean, and that was just that. See, that gave me goosebumps when I saw that. I knew that was a turning point in history. And maybe that year was probably the biggest VMAs I've seen in my life too. Yeah.
That'd be good. Next question for you is, what is one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
I like baklava. Although it's awfully sweet, so maybe at some point I'd want to stop.
Do you like cooking as well?
I'm not the best cook, no. Oh my God, I just remembered. So oftentimes after recovery, people develop some sort of sugar or caffeine addict, and I started eating Oreos every single night, and not just regular Oreos, but the golden ones, the white ones. I ate those every day for maybe 2 months. So, and I could have kept going, but I had to stop myself.
Very interesting. Next one. Right, next question for you is, what would your ideal life look like?
Okay. The most important thing is that I feel satisfaction with what I'm doing. Ideally, that's maybe, you know, with a partner who shares the same visions that I do, and that we're making an impact on the world somehow. Because I really do care about the impact I leave on people.
Very good. Do you think that in the gay scene, to be in a relationship like New York, it's quite difficult, or do you find kind of easy? What's your take on that?
I think it might be difficult. I mean, well, it has been for me. I've had a lot of, on the other hand, I have had many relationships. So it's not like I've been sitting around unlucky. I've been able to be with a lot of men, wonderful men, a lot of bad men. But I think what happens is that in New York, there's just so many people and so much to do that we get distracted and we don't really focus on each other.
Totally agree. London, I see the same way as well. I think living in London, I have the same approach. I think it's so much happening, so much going on. So many people coming and going, and people staying in London, and a lot of things happening. It's, as you said, can distract you for sure. You don't focus too much in a, let's say, in a serious relationship. It's more difficult. I understand. 3 questions left for you.
Okay.
Let's do it. Next question for you, Eric. What is something you always want to do, but you are scared of?
I don't know if I'm scared of much. I mean, I think I'm scared of snakes. I'm scared of snakes. I'm like Indiana Jones. I could probably do anything except be around snakes. It might be that. It might be like, I mean, I think snakes are cool. Like they look cool, you know, but to hold one, yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think I could do that.
Very good. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next one, tell me a little bit about the parties you're producing. I was having a look at your profile. It says Fever, Climax, and Kaboom or K-Boom?
Kaboom, yeah.
Kaboom. Tell me a little bit about those parties.
Well, I've always liked nightlife. I've always loved nightlife, actually. And I always loved meeting the people behind it. I think they're very special people that take the time to make our lives a little better. So immediately knowing the impact that the nightlife workers have on our lives, like I'm like, well, wait, these are people that have a huge impact on others. I want to do this too. I want to put a smile on people's faces. So I got into it initially as a host, and then I learned, and I think part of my, you know, it kind of grew in conjunction with my TV producing career too, you know, learning what's going on behind the scenes and wanting to create things that impact people. So it's almost like a parallel trajectory with both careers happening at the same time. But I feel like I do this I create these events for my friends, for the people I care about. And I try to stand out by creating authentic, inclusive experiences. A lot of, you know, honestly, unfortunately, a lot of nightlife feels exclusive, only for people that look a certain way or have a certain amount of money. And I am breaking those barriers and things down. I want anybody who's under our LGBT umbrella and allies to want to come and have a great time. It doesn't matter your skin color, what you look like, how much you make. If you can't make it to the party because of monetary issues, shoot me a text and I'll see if I can, you know, get you a free ticket. You know, because I think everyone should have the chance to experience nightlife. It's a great way to be. You can be anybody when you walk through those doors. And I love giving people that opportunity.
You touched something very, very important, very fascinating, that it's so true, because some parties, you don't go because there's stereotype there, or you don't feel like, oh, it's not my scene. But I've been, there was a party in London called XXL, is a club in London. And actually, the most popular thing about this, the party itself, is about that. About when you go there, you didn't see just one tribe. You see different people with different approach. You know what I mean? With different style, and it was so good to be there. And I remember people queuing like long queues because of that. And everyone I talked about, they were like, "Oh my God!" When I come here, and there were different ambiences as well, and everyone could see everyone in each place. There's no like, "Oh, here is this and that." No, they're everyone mixed and having a good time. And I think it's a very important thing. I think it's good for the gay, not just gay community, but everyone to go to a place and to feel free. You know what I mean? You just be yourself and not like worrying, or you're not fitting here for some reason, or I don't like this music or this and that. It's just about being there. And as you said, have the time of your life. That's what club is about. Music is about.
Absolutely. About the community coming together. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good point. Next question for you is, what is the biggest risk have you ever taken?
I think it was moving to New York. I came to New York not knowing anybody, not having family here. It was part of a student exchange program, and I saw it, and I didn't have much money. I don't come from money. I don't come from a wealthy family at all. I had to save. My mom never gave me any money. I'm pretty sure she didn't. She never gave me any money to come here. I came here with credit cards and like $500 cash. And somehow things worked out, and I'm very grateful for that. And that really was the biggest risk. Somehow making it in corporate America as a person of, I'm Latino, I'm a person of color, first generation. So things worked out somehow, and I'm very grateful for that.
Beautiful. And do you see yourself living there for a while?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
You find a way. Fun. Very good. I've been in New York once. It was a dream since a child. When I started studying English, was a dream. And 3 years ago, I've been there for the first time, and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
If I could be in New York, my God, I remember it was 4 days, and it was the best time ever, for sure. Last question, Eric. Let's do it.
Okay.
Last question for you is, what is the weirdest food combination have you ever tried?
Oh, wow. Okay. I went to Hong Kong once, and I met a guy at a club, and he ended up taking me out with his friends to dinner. And I have to say, it was the weirdest thing I've eaten. It was jellyfish. It was and I was very hesitant to eat it. It's very the consistency is just so strange and jelly-like. That's got to be the strangest thing I've eaten. I don't even remember if it was combined with anything, but just in itself, very odd. Yeah.
Wow, very odd for sure. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words, and you just have one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
I'm kind of scared. Okay.
Let's start with money.
Fun. Wow.
And family.
Love.
How about life?
Complicated.
Sex.
Oh, sex. Great.
How about love?
Also complicated.
Can be. One word for politics.
How about just
Religion.
Helpful.
One word for friendship.
Love again. Yeah.
Desire.
Desire. I'm thinking fire.
Okay. Regrets.
Sad.
Success.
Success. Happiness.
One word for wish.
Wish. Huh. Wish. Wish. I'm thinking lots of sparkles right now.
One word for happiness.
happiness, family,
One word for Miami.
sun.
One word for New York.
I'm just thinking right now, snow, because it's been really cold. It's 17 degrees and it snowed.
Ooh. And the last one now, MTV. One word.
Epic.
Very good. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend, what is the most beautiful thing about Eric, and what's something that he still needs to improve on, to work on? What do you think your best friend will tell me?
I think I think each of them would tell you that maybe the most beautiful thing is that I'm humble. I don't think too much of myself. What I need to work on is maybe kind of similar to that. I need to believe in myself more.
I was about to say that. I was about to say maybe it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you see some work in progress?
I do. Absolutely.
Very good. Let's play now Eric and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Next time I come to New York, I'm gonna send you a test. So take me to the best gay night, gay club ever. So you can go for it. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
You can ask me a question now.
All right. I'm curious. Have you been to any great theme parks in Europe, and which one is it?
A very good question, actually. I don't think I've been like those big ones like Disney in Paris, but I've been in some things once back in Portugal when I was living in Portugal a few years ago. There is every year they have this celebration. It's like a birthday of one of the main city around Porto where I was living in Portugal, and they have this park, like they brought a lot of like attractions to the park. So every year is the same, and I remember going there and just have the best time of my life, like spend the whole day, the whole weekend, just enjoying the, you know what I mean, the park and the attractions, this roller coaster as well. So yeah, I think I actually don't remember the name, but one of the things that's I've been that sticks to my head is about having fun on those parks back in Portugal, for sure. At least once a year I was doing that.
Nice.
Yeah, but the main ones, like big ones, I don't think I have. There is one in London, outside London as well, very famous. They open summertime, but I've never been there before. I tried once actually, but for some reason I couldn't go. But I even forget the name. But it's very popular as well. But it's outside London. It's like 1 hour by train. But yeah, it's very famous. When I go next time, I'll tell you as well, so I know the name.
Yeah, tell me.
Eric, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the interview?
I did. I thought this was great. Thank you.
Thanks so much for taking your time for the interview. Thank you very much. It's good to connect with someone so young and full of stories to tell. It's so fun. But before you go, just if you could share a positive message, a positive quote, something that inspires you in life.
Yes. Okay. Good things come to those who go. I got that from a Delta commercial, which is so random, but you know, people often say good things come to those who wait, and I've realized that's not true. You have to take action.
Totally agree. Let's do it. Let's work for it. Eric, thanks so much for the interview. Keep in touch, okay? Enjoy your day.
Likewise. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.